Week 16 has arrived in the NFL. The stakes are increasing with every game, especially so when division rivals collide. And we've got that. The Rams and the Seahawks from Lumen Field on Thursday night primetime. Brandon Gaudin here with Charles Davis. 3 weeks to go in the regular season. What a start to Week 16. Rams and Seahawks underway in the NFL rivalry series. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Called it the 26. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. They'll be led out by a Southern California kid. Played his college ball in L.A. at USC. At quarterback, it's Sam Darnold. And they'll run. It's Ken Walker. And nothing much materializing there in the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Now the Rams and Seahawks doing battle here. Of course, the NFL has targeted a handful of rivalries to really highlight this season. This is one of them, and with good reason. In recent history, both teams have had innovative offenses and hard-hitting defenses. You think about Russell Wilson and all he was able to accomplish under Pete Carroll. The same with Matthew Stafford and Sean McVay. You throw in the 49ers and the Cardinals, and it's easy to see why this has been one of the best divisions in football the last decade plus.
Third and 3.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Here's Darnold. And this is going to be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Xavier Smith deep for L.A. Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. Leading the charge at quarterback, the former Georgia Bulldog, Matthew Stafford.
And Matthew Stafford was taken 1st overall in the 2009 draft, and he certainly played like a top pick. Throughout his career, he's been one of the most prolific passers in the league, and there's no reason to believe he's going to slow down his production anytime soon. Not only that, he's also one of the tougher quarterbacks in the league as well.
They'll get this to the 24, and it's 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Back to throw. Stafford. Throwing for Smith on the out route, and it's caught. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
22-yard line.
Off of play action. Here's Stafford. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 23 yards, the final tally.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that.
Yeah,
moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, to have that dagger play, to have that play and just finish them off right now, because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that, got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. To throw is Stafford. Yeah, he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Seahawks headed back out, and of all the 8 uniforms in the NFL rivalry set for this year, this has got to be the most intriguing one. It's known as the high decibel zone, obviously a nod to how loud this place can get and does get. But it's the sound wave pattern on the shoulders. So cool. That really steals the show for me. Here's Walker to start the drive. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling, and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Now it's Darnold. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 39 yards there, a big one.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
That's another Seahawks.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Again, it's Walker. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Well, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Here's 2nd and 7. Now Darnold. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Byron Young, the one who got in and finished that play off.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. 2nd and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is 1 play from stalling out.
They need 12 here. It's 3rd down. The shotgun snap for Darnold. Under pressure, they got him again. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack.
It's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. On comes the Seahawk kicker here on 4th down. It's Jason Myers. And this one a 41-yard attempt. Myers' kick is good. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. Well, both teams kind of feeling each other out here. And now after 3 drives, we have a score with that field goal.
Yeah, they're still waiting for their breakout drive to come to them, all right? They're using the playbook well. They're looking for that extra section that says touchdowns instead of field goals. But they'll take the 3 for now and try and get set up for more later.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. Oh, nice move. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Play action. Stafford. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up second and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
Up the middle, it's Williams. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
That's good for a Rams first down. 1st and 10.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They run it again with Williams. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9. They'll try the air now with Stafford. So the completion good for 7 there. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
3rd and 2. Now Stafford. That is caught. And he's going to have a Rams first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
Rams first down. A gain of 14.
Well, there wasn't much of a window there, Charles. Had to deal with a couple of defenders, but able to find his big tight end.
And, partner, we know double coverage is a challenge for any player to try to defeat. But maybe it's a little easier if you're one of those big tight ends because you have a size advantage on just about anyone trying to cover you, and you can use your body to create some space.
They'll get that complete to Parkinson. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. He got 29 yards that time.
First down. 1st and goal, Rams.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford. It's caught on the right side of Smith. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
To number 19. A pickup of 2. Brings up 2nd and goal. at the 6-yard line.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. To the air again, Stafford. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, they were so close. That close to their first points of the game. Just needed to hang on just a second longer, but he couldn't complete the process of the catch through the jostling from the defender.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? A shotgun snap for Stafford. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A.
Touchdown.
Colby Parkinson, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Rams have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Now the try here for the extra point. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Looking to put a drive together. Here's Darnold. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
From the 32-yard line now, here's a 2nd and 5. Play action. It's Darnold. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. To throw is Darnold. And this pass broken up. And the contact well-timed there, and now 4th down.
It's 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. They begin the drive with Williams. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
I see a surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Stafford. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
Smith will come in motion right. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
They'll fake the jet sweep, but instead of give up the middle to Williams. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford. He's got his target. That's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A first down and then some. Give them 29 yards.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
Here's Stafford. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Here's 2nd and 10. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Adams. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in 3rd in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first, because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
Again, it's Stafford. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 20-yard line. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The Rams with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They give it to Williams, running right. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And tip your cap to DeMarcus Lawrence. Nice play defensively.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Again, it's Williams. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Caught on the right side by Adams. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
On for the field goal. A 38-yard attempt.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the 2 teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. Nifty move. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Looking to put a drive together. They'll begin here with a run with Charbonnet. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Back to throw, Darnold. He's got a man. It's his fullback.
You don't see too many pass-catching fullbacks nowadays, partner. In fact, you don't see too many fullbacks, period.
Good news, though, he does have decent hands, and we saw it right there on display. The Seahawks on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Darnold. Throw out wide to Walker. So he stopped for no gain. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Yeah, he's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
Fair catch.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. LA readies for its next possession. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
In motion left goes Smith. Now a play fake and it's Stafford. Pass complete there to Nakua. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. An excellent way to start the drive there. 18 yards.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. And the slot man goes in motion left. Back to throw. Stafford. Going to be taken in here by Nakua. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 10 more for him on that one. He's been a busy man. It's a first down.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains. And really, it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised they'll come right back to him again. They haven't shown the propensity to be able to stop him.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 22.
22 more yards. That's another Rams.
That's the third time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
Now it's Stafford off the bootleg. The left side throw complete to Adams. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Throwing again is Stafford. His throw incomplete.
Basically, you're not going to outwork two guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else with the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now it's Stafford. He'll drop this down to Williams. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Kyron Williams, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Rams have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. To try here for the extra point. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Looking to put a drive together. Hands it to Walker to begin the series. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Here's a 2nd and 3 now from the 33. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And they'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
If they're going to get a 1st down out of this, they're going to have to earn it because there's been tough going in the interior there. And here we are on 3rd and 1. Be prepared. Brace yourself. Going to be some contact going on.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Darnold a sneak. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it started. So call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on fourth.
No gain? Quarterback sneak? No gain? Aren't you supposed to get something out of that?
Yeah, needed a full yard there. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll run for it. It's Walker. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. LA set to take over again on offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Play action. Stafford. This is Smith with the grab. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to zone.
And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Make that now 3 first-half touchdown passes for Matthew Stafford. And the Rams are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So remember now, this was all set up by the stop defensively on 4th down. That's what got them this great field position. And then 2 plays later, they're already in the end zone.
Yeah, partner, funny how it works like that, huh? That's a momentum swing amusement park style. Your defense comes off the field, bouncing, grooving, they're fired up, and it carries over to the other side of the ball.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
Looking to put a drive together. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. From the 31, here's 2nd and 9. Now Darnold. Finding Walker complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Darnold now to throw. And the Rams get him. They bring him down. loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now it's Darnold. And he's got Smith-Njigba. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 31-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 down at the 31. A shotgun snap for Darnold. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Cooper Kupp, 31 yards. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball because oftentimes when you empty the backfield, people bring pressure at you. They managed to hold in there and successfully complete the touchdown pass.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. And this is up and good. That'll make it a score now of 24-10. So that drive spanned 5 plays.
And it ends with Cooper Kupp on the receiving end of the touchdown pass.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Rams offense and Matthew Stafford set to take over once again. And he's had things all his way in this first half. The numbers sensational as he'll look to add to them with another drive here. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Then confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So you got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
To throw is Stafford. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, Los Angeles.
So with a yardage on that completion, he's now right at exactly 300 yards on the game.
And isn't that the magic number you get? All right, 300, that means it's going to go on a commemorative football to put on your mantle when they give you the game ball if your team wins. So much confidence flowing through him right now throwing the football. I think it's permeated itself throughout the entire team. They feel good about what they're doing.
Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8.
Stafford. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Stafford now to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Here's Ethan Evans now.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Get a look at this offense led by Cooper Kupp as they make their way back onto the field. He's been good so far to this point in the second quarter. Need to get him even more involved, maybe?
I would agree with that. Definitely. Yeah, it's not even a question for me. The way he's playing, he's doing a nice job. Increase things. More touches, more opportunities. Maybe that can reverse things on the scoreboard for them.
They'll try to ratchet things up then maybe here in the second quarter. Here's Darnold. Open man, he's got his tight end, Elijah Arroyo. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
To throw is Darnold. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
That's another Seahawks first down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
And this pass rush has really been bringing the heat and has already gotten home a few times here in the first half. So how about the play call there? Sometimes if you can't protect, you've got to fool them. Screen passes like that can take a little steam out of what's been a relentless rush so far.
Darnold. That'll be caught by Kupp. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Second down and a little more than a yard here.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. 2 yards still to go. 3rd down now.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
And Darnold going to slide to the ground here, but not before he does pick up the first down.
7-yard gain.
Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. 3rd down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out, but his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
Darnold from the gun.
Smith and Jigba hauling it in on the out route.
And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams 19. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Back to throw, Darnold. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
2nd and 10.
Here's Darnold. Throw out wide to Walker. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
And this one dropped in the end zone. Looked like a touchdown, but not to be, and now it's 4th down.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Field goal, a 32-yard attempt.
Myers' kick is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now the Rams going to take over late in this first half. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
"35 seconds, all that remains in the first half as they come up on 1st down. Now Stafford. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Stafford.
He'll get that complete to Parkinson.
Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they'll stop him with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter.
Coach is always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Stafford.
He's got his target. That's complete.
The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even third down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
To the air again, Stafford. And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And it's second down. Now Stafford. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
No receivers open, so he was forced to put that one into Puget Sound. That's a great job defensively blanketing those receivers. And ultimately, a smart idea by him just to get the ball out of there.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now it's Stafford. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. Third downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
Ethan Evans on now to punt. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 23-yard line.
All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So halftime is upon us on Thursday night primetime, and we go off to Orlando and Scott Hansen for our halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, thank you very much. We are ready to get started here with the second half. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. Out come the Rams. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about, and you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands. and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. In motion, the tight end. Back to throw, Stafford. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early.
So a PI call going to cost him there defensively. What did you see?
Well, I think it's the right call, partner, because sometimes we'll see officials kind of let them play. But by the letter of the law, that's definitely a penalty.
Now a give up the middle to Williams. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
2nd down and 3.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. 4th touchdown pass of the game for Matthew Stafford.
And the Rams take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Extra point attempt here still to come. And the lead is up to 18 now. So that drive of 4 plays. And the result for the Rams, a touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half.
And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
61 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on to the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
At this point in the game and the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Now Darnold. To the left side, catch made by Royal. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
Well, so often now we're praising tight ends for their nimbleness and how they catch the ball downfield. But occasionally we get a reminder that tight ends, they've got that tough guy aspect too. How about him catching that short one there, shaking off tacklers, and turning that into an expansive gain downfield.
And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, The coverage downfield, equally good.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Off of play action, Darnold. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another 1st down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football.
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Here's 2nd and 3. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. Make it now 3 tackles for a loss in this game, 1 for each quarter.
And for a guy who played defense in college, I can just tell you that he's feeling very satisfied right now by what he's doing. But he's elated because he knows what he's doing is helping his team win the game right now. Making some big-time plays, getting into the offense's backfield and spilling everything.
And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
And that's a great job of tackling right there. If he could have made the first man miss, maybe he could have taken it into the end zone. Instead, they stopped him pretty well right in his tracks, and you often see that in the red zone. Offense has to be quick. In this case, the defense was quicker.
Myers' kick is good, and that'll get the deficit down to 15.
So that maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but it does get them back within a couple of scores.
And at this point in the 3rd quarter, you don't have much margin for error, and that means you can't have drives that end with nothing. Whether it's a punt, a turnover on downs, those have to go away. You have to end with a kick, either a field goal or an extra point after a touchdown.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10.
At their own 27.
Motion left, Smith.
Play action, Stafford.
Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Here's Stafford. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Smith. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Going to be taken in here by Nakua.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40. They'll hand it off now, Williams. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved.
From the 38 now, here's second down and 8.
Throwing is Stafford. It's caught here by Adams. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Stafford. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 17-yard line.
That's another Rams first down. It's a gain of 25 yards.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
They go back to the ground with Williams. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited.
And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Matthew Stafford does it again. 5 touchdown passes. And the Rams take a 3-touchdown lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead opens up now to 22 points.
Seahawks 16.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Seahawks offense and Kenneth Walker set to take over once more. And you look at his numbers as a pass catcher in this one. They've lined him up in different spots, shifted him around, and made him a real weapon in the passing game.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Darnold now to throw. He'll try to pick it up, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Calling a loss of 4 there on the sack, and speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Rams offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They have picked up right where they left off in half number 1, just looking really dominant, extending this lead.
And it's fun to see when teams actually do that, because so many times you go into the half after playing well, and you kind of relax a little bit. We've got this. We can kind of punch the button whenever we get good and ready. But for a team to keep the intensity and keep the execution up and come back after the half and play so well, that's actually really, really nice to see.
And a pedal to the metal. That's what we're seeing right now. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. Here's Stafford. Pass complete there to Nakua. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 39. 1st down Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
A gain of 14. 1st down Los Angeles.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
The busy night continues for Williams. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. 44 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. In motion goes the tight end. To throw is Stafford. Throwing right, and that's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
1st and 10.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
Slot man moves right. Stafford now to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
Charles, he's now over 400 yards passing in this one. It feels like he has a zillion completions. Just a very memorable effort from a guy that we thought could be in line for a big game, and he has exceeded our expectations.
That he has, and I'm not really surprised at all, because when you look at the...
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Kyron Williams, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Rams get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the 3rd quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Extra point forthcoming.
For the extra point.
And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told.
And it was capped off by the Kyron Williams touchdown run.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's second down.
It'd be hard to say that a defense wouldn't be ready for a first down run. And when you can gain that kind of yardage against a defense that's really kind of geared to stop that play, your confidence has to rise, and now you've actually opened up your playbook. If you want to throw the ball now for play action, you're good to go.
Straight ahead, Walker. And this will be a Seahawks first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
Well, you know they had a third down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now it's Darnold. He'll find Shaheed out to the right. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll make it second down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 43-yard line.
To throw is Darnold. He gets this complete to Shaheed. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 36. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Well, the margin on that scoreboard, obviously, for them, it looks daunting. But I don't know, Charles. They're probably not focused on that right now. Maybe just chaining together a positive drive with plays like we just saw, giving themselves something to build on.
Yeah, I think you're right about that, and what they have to be careful of is getting glued to that scoreboard trying to do too much. Because if you do that, you're all but guaranteed to start making mistakes. Just focus on one play at a time and make each one successful.
It's a gain of 8.
So 8 yards on the completion there, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Two yards to go, second down. Here's Darnold. caught by Cobb. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Walker is in. Touchdown, Seattle. He finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Now Myers for the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down to 22. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays.
And it was Ken Walker finishing things off with a touchdown run.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
And he's going to have a Rams first down as he'll take this up to the 38-yard line.
It's a gain of 11. And the Rams first down. A gain of 11.
Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage. They're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
66 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Good gain there on first down, and keeps him in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Seahawks 20. 36 yards on the play.
That's good for the Rams. First down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
On the Seahawks 17-yard line.
So from the 17, here's 2nd and 7. That's a jet sweep. This is Adams. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And it brings up 3rd down.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Now Stafford. And that is incomplete. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
A 34-yard attempt.
And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Seahawks offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the 4th quarter. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Back to throw, Darnold. Open man left side, Shaheed has it. So that'll be no better than an incompletion. 3rd and 7 now.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. Darnold. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion. And that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. 4th down, and for Darnold, it's desperation time. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 84 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. Defensively, you've got the nice lead here in the 4th quarter. You're saying, if they want to get a run of a little over 10 yards, that's okay.
I hear what you're doing there, and I think you're onto something. They've loosened up on defense, so don't get fooled by the nice runs you're getting now. You've got to get bigger plays, possibly think about throwing the football a bit more here.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it's 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Smith and Jigba in motion right. Here's Darnold. Left side, he finds Smith and Jigba. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 33. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
At the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. To the air again, Darnold. Going up top for Cup. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Cooper Kupp with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Seahawks are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the 4th quarter after that one, CD. And, well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, and I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense. They made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Here's Kyron Williams running out for another possession. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's come together for you. The big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably gotten some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, that was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
This now a 3rd and 4. Stafford. That is caught. And he's going to have a Rams 1st down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Up the middle, it's Williams. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
From the 44-yard line, here's a 2nd and 8. Adams the man in motion right. Back to throw. Stafford. Got his man on the out route. And that'll line wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 44-yard line.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think he continued to do so.
10 more there and another first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. That's a jet sweep. This is Adams.
Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
As a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line.
A gain there of 12 yards and a first down, L.A. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and the big yardage all night long.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, here's Williams. And he'll be well short of a first down as he stopped again right at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Now, well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Seattle.